baby cribs, and things of that nature. You isolate sleeping. Sleeping has its purpose for replenishing and rebuilding the body and growing, especially for youth. So you have they have their own space. People need their own space. This is my opinion. I'm not an expert in the field, but people should be in their own bed. Each individual should be in their own bed unless they're not able to.
Well, now, let me give you an example. Now, when my daughters were born and they were babies sleeping in the crib, every day that I went to work at night, my daughter slept on my chest. I slept on my back, and I let them sleep on my chest. And want me to tell you why I did such a thing? First of all, I love my children, and they're so little, and I wanted to make sure they was breathing. If they laid on my chest at night, I could feel them breathing all night. Every single night when I came in from work, that's where they slept. They were babies, and I wanted to make sure. And they laying in the bed like that, and they look so helpless they can't move their neck and nothing. You laying right here where I can feel you breathe all night. We ain't having no crib death here. We ain't having no crib death here. Right. This man loves his babies. I want to make sure they live. But when they got older now, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right. If you want to get into my bed, y'all can have the bed. I'm gonna go get on the couch or the floor. I'll go in there. You can have it, but no mixed messages like that.
Okay, so we coming up on the end, and I wanted to ask this question. Okay, we had our previous two guests on this channel here, this YouTube channel. We asked them the question: what is the state of African people in the United States and worldwide? And I had mentioned that I was kind of pessimistic when it came to that, but they were very optimistic. I wonder what is your view of Africans in the world? What are your view? And I'm talking about people of black descent, the color, black people.
Black people, what are my views of black people?
Just our state. What kind of condition are we in as black people, African people?
We're in the worst condition possible. To me, I mean, if you asking me what I think about it, I think we're in the worst condition right now.
So you would say you taking the pessimist view, like me. I kind of I'm kind of hard on myself, so I'm hard on my environment, which is.
I'm hard on the environment because I look at what I'm around every day. That's your environment. You're looking at what's going on a daily basis. So you got to put it in perspective and say, okay, this is what's going on around me. It's madness all the way around. All the way through is nothing but madness that's going on. I mean, not from just black on black crime, but you got police officers killing our loved ones. And I mean, you just got so much going on at one time. Everything is happening at one time. You got people kidnapping the women, black women here, and teenage kids, and going missing. So it's just a lot that's going on in our environment right now that we have to deal with. So what do I think about us as a whole? I think we're sad. I think we're sitting in a sad situation right now.
So let me ask you another question. We got time for another question, brother?
Yes, go ahead.
So with all these things going on the planet, in short, do you think a good understanding in history could help our people understand the nature of the savages and the beasts that we live amongst?
No.
You don't think so?
I think even with history, I think, because look, let me tell you something. Here's what the problem really lies for a lot of our black people. They didn't take time to go back to even read about what was going on with them. Let me tell you something. The worst thing that you can kill a person in doing anything is putting it in a book, because they never pick up the book and even read the instructions on how to even pull the cover back off that book. So let me tell you something. We today, as of right now, I feel like history has already repeated itself, because they've already done the worst that they could possibly do, and they still doing it. It's just in hidden agenda. So even if they put back in history, they wouldn't even understand it. They don't see it now.
Well, but what I'm
and
saying,
it's going on everywhere.
Well, but what I'm saying is this, and this is maybe it'll kind of help clear things up.
Okay.
We go to their schools, we go to their indoctrination, and a lot of information is kept and withheld from us.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if our people was aware of body parts being harvested, people being tricked into early deaths, and they really knew about that, do you think that would awaken the people even more to have a...
No. You want me to tell you why? Because they're hearing about it every day now, and they still not believing it. You got people out here that is woke to what's going on.
That's what I'm saying.
Trying to explain to them and get other people to learn and listen and hearing, trying to get them to understand what's going on. But if they're not hearing you, and you might be living in the house with them, if they ain't hearing you, I mean, they're not listening.
So you're saying it's basically a case-by-case basis on the information. But I do think that a lot of people have not been exposed to some information,
mm-hmm.
and I think some of those that could get exposed to some real truths and learning, how our babies were fed to alligators and how they tied our slave men to two horses and had them tear his body and go in different directions. I think that some people would wake up. Some won't, some never will, but I think some will. I don't think everybody is blind.
No, everybody's not blind.
And I think with all the recent happenings now, mm-hmm. I think more blacks have been awakened than ever before with all the recent killings and all the recent rioting. So the people are starting to awaken. But if you're depending on mainstream news media to give you some facts and some information to help you, it's not going to happen. Go ahead, Brother Ross Kimon.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is, and I'm just trying to dissect the conversation is,
mm-hmm.
people basically have choices. They could choose to learn history and do something about it, or when they do hear history, they can ignore it and don't learn from it. Is that kind of correct?
Correct.
Well, that's correct too. But listen, man, I heard a guy said, you know what? I was in my late 40s before I heard of Malcolm and all of these people, and guess what? I was there too. But once I got just a whiff of it, I had been on a mission. I would go to sleep at night listening, learning, reading, buying books because I wanted to know the truth. And in your mind when things don't make sense, you got to be able to do the math on it. So I wanted to find out, and I didn't just take people's word for it. I started doing my own homework and my own research, and the more I dug, the more I found.
Can I say something?
Yes.
But you said the key word. You wanted to.
Right.
So you wanted to do the research. You gotta want it. They gotta want it. A lot of them out there that don't want it.
See,
they don't care.
There was a time for me when I would go through my radio at night and go through every single station, AM and FM, to try to find somebody that could feed my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Then I would go through my internet. I couldn't find anything. And my whole thing started with Ray Hagins. After Ray Hagins, I just catapulted into all kinds of scholars, all kinds of books.
Mm-hmm.
Man, and I just been on a journey, and it really has opened my eyes to where we are on the planet,
mm-hmm.
what has happened, and what kind of people are working against us on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
And once you find that out, then you can kind of know about how you have to go about handling your business.
Okay.
You can't walk around here with blinkers on or your head in the sand like an optic. That's not going to make it go away.
Okay, Brother Iration.
Yes.
I hear you loud and clear, and what I want to add to that is we have this situation where we're sitting in a system that constantly throw things at us and shape our thinking. And this is why you have people that are in the condition they are in today, especially African people.
Right.
So when you look at all of that and you say, well, you made a choice to study, I made a choice to reform and learn some things. Sista C is over there. She's a revolutionary type person, and I'm learning from her and the resolve and the conviction of what she's saying. And we're three people on the line that's coming with information that, okay, we want upliftment, but these people are so psychologically damaged to the point where they don't even know where to pick up and how to pick up. So it's really challenging situation for African people. That's what I would say, to get in a position where they can do what they need to do for themselves. But Sister C, we coming up on the end. We got about a minute left. So is there anything else you want to add to the conversation or want to ask of me or Brother Iration?
Well, no, I just want to say I appreciate you for letting me come on here and speak my truth today.
Well, we need to hear voices from our people other than what we've been hearing, Well, we need additional voices, so it's a good thing that you came on here, and I appreciate it. Brother Iration, we got about 40 seconds.
All right, hey, another great show to add to the collection. Let's keep it moving, keep it pushing, and as Brother Jay would say, let's keep it cracking.
Okay. Well, let's end it, and I appreciate everything, Sister C and Brother Iration. This is Rasaki Maskani signing off.
Later.
Thank you.